What is going on, moms and dads of Lorcana? It is Chris here from A Parent's Guide to Lorcana. We are so happy to have you here on the channel again today. If it's your first time, welcome. If you're a fan of the channel, welcome back. Today is going to be a super fun episode. It's going to be super fun. So fun. The fun's going to start right now. Right now. On today's episode, we're going to talk about Chris's wish list. Now, I know all the letters I wrote to Santa. Now, I don't believe that he's going to deliver the things I want for Christmas, but I'm hoping Ravensburger-Clause delivers them to me and to you in our next set, or the set after that, or the set after that. So, for this project, we went out and we polled one person. Me. We only asked me. This is fully my opinion. It's my show, so it's what I want. And that's how it's going to be. And we asked me, Chris, yes, me, what are the 10 things you want to see in Lorcana? So I went out and I made a list. The top 10 IPs and the top 10 characters from those IPs that I want to see show up in Lorcana in the next set or the next couple of sets. So come along for the ride. Let's get to it. Number 10, Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers. Chip 'n Dale, the characters. Now, I am a 90s kid. I love the old Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers, but there is something infinitely more awesome about the current Chip 'n Dale that has the Indiana Jones and Miami Vice, or Magnum PI, I guess, aesthetic. I want those versions of Chip 'n Dale in the next set of Lorcana. Number 9, DuckTales. I know that's on a lot of people's list. And the character I want to see from DuckTales particularly is Scrooge McDuck. I have these wonderful memories of watching this cartoon and Scrooge diving into the pile of money and swimming around and backstroking around in the pile of money. And this is what I want to see. I want to see Scrooge McDuck in a giant pile of money in one of the next sets. Number 8, Finding Nemo, and of course our main man, Nemo. This is a movie I can watch over and over and over again. I love it so much. It never gets old. All the jokes are fresh. I die every single time that little fish says, "He touched the butt. He touched the butt." I love it when Nemo touches the butt. I mean boat. At number 7, Darkwing Duck, and our hero, Darkwing Duck. When Darkwing Duck came out, I was a massive Batman fan. Comic books are a huge part of my life, and I kind of move back and forth between which character I'm into depending on their current storyline. But back then, oh man, I loved Batman. And Darkwing Duck was like a duck version of Batman. It was so cool that Disney had this character that, although super goofy, really embodied all the dark, hidden in the shadows type superheroism that Batman was all about. And I absolutely love the fact that there was a Disney version. So for me, Darkwing Duck has got to be in the next set. Number 6, The Rocketeer. And the title character, The Rocketeer. I saw this movie when I was very young, and my dad who got me into film, got me into watching all kinds of cinema, took me to the theater to watch this movie. And I just love the period piece aesthetic. I love the costume, that helmet, that side profile you see in all the posters with the lines going past his face. Everything just oozed super cool. I love the idea that it was it was Iron Man before we got Iron Man. It was a hero who kind of fell into it, didn't ask for it, but needed to be the hero that everybody needed and became the Rocketeer. I love that hero. I love that movie. I love the memory that I have of my dad and I going to see that movie. So it's got an extra special spot in my heart. Number 5, Pirates of the Caribbean, and of course, Jack Sparrow. Now, I think that this is one of those cards like Chip 'n Dale where you want to see Jack with somebody on a card, like Christopher Robin and Winnie the Pooh in the Rise of the Floodborn set. I would love to see Commodore Norrington and Jack Sparrow. Maybe the tagline could be "The day you almost caught Jack Sparrow" or something like that. I'm really big on this 2 characters per cards thing after the Christopher Robin card came out. I love it. I love the idea that maybe we can get into some synergies where the card does 2 things, one for each character. I'm not sure what, listen, I'm no game designer, so I'm not sure what Ravensburger has planned, but I love the idea of Jack and Commodore Norrington on a card together, and then something happens, maybe positive and negative, when you play it, because it's a good and a bad character on a card. So for me, Pirates of the Caribbean has got to be in there. Number 4, your favorite French film and mine, Ratatouille. And just like Jack and Commodore Norrington, and just like Chip and Dale, I want to see Linguini and Remy on the card together. In one of our last videos, Madison talked about this is something she wants to see, and she wants to see some kind of mechanic where Remy controlling Linguini has a move or has an action, and then Linguini also has an action. Again, we're looking for this kind of flavorful 2 action per card, or maybe you got to attack Linguini, but if Linguini gets banished, Remy is still around because you don't banish them both. He can jump off Linguini's head and scurry away under a table or something. Again, I'm no game designer, but I would love to see some sort of mechanic where I can have Remy and Linguini on the same card, but doing 2 different things. We are down to the top 3, everybody. This is the 3 things I want to see the most in the next couple of sets. Ready? Here we go. Number 3, Wreck-It Ralph. I know what you're going to say.
Chris, we already have a Wreck-It Ralph card.
Oh, I know this, but that's not the card I'm looking for.
Yeah, but you said wish list of things you want to see. And, we've already seen that character. So, you want to pick a different one?
I do not, because we have seen Ralph, but we haven't seen the character I want. The card I want to see is none other than Vanellope von Schweetz, and I want 1 trigger on her card, and that trigger is glitch. I want her to be able to, when played, quest for lore, and then be able to glitch herself back to the ready position so that she could attack if she wants to, or remain safe. Essentially, what I'm looking for is built-in Shield of Virtue, and I think that would be so awesome. So awesome to have a character that can glitch back to the ready position because of her makeup, because of the way the card is built. I would love to see this. I also want to see this in Amber or Steel. Actually, to be honest, I want to see all these cards in Amber or Steel because I want them for me in the colors that I play. But I digress. Number 2, Toy Story. I am in love with Toy Story. I love them all. I cry at all of them. They're all super emotional. They're well written. They're well acted. They are Oscar-worthy performance films. It's all heart. It's all heart in those movies. And for me, the heart of the movie is Woody. And I would love, love, love to see a Woody card. And I will take any line in that movie and use that as flavor text or some kind of trigger effect. I would take, there's a snake in my boot. I would take, you are a toy. But what I really want, if I had my way, what I really want to see, if the boot fits, and my heart would be warm until the next set came out, if that's what Woody's card said. Here we are, people. We've come to it. We are at the end of the top 10 list with only the number 1 wish to go. I know you're thinking, it could be anything. And it really could be anything. But it's not. It's only one thing, and that one thing is the greatest thing, quite possibly, that Disney has ever produced. Because it didn't come from them. It came from Tim Burton. And that movie is A Nightmare Before Christmas. And the character is Jack Skellington. Nightmare Before Christmas has got to be in my top 5 greatest films of all time. Not Disney films, not animated films, not Christmas films, not Halloween films, but greatest film, period. The stop motion animation work in that film alone is groundbreaking and mind-blowing. The character design, the creepiest little monsters and demons and goblins you have ever seen. Danny Elfman's score on that destroys. It is so good. All the songs are great. And with Jack as a title character on the card, there are so many things you can do. I'm hoping for the very first reverse card or split card. And I'd like to see the card split diagonally down the middle, Jack Skellington Halloween form on the top, and reversed Jack Skellington in Christmas form. I would love to have a mechanic come into this game where we can switch between forms. The Jack version or the Santa Claus Jack version. They have different willpower, different strength, different costs if you want to cast them. Each of them do their own thing specific to that version of the character. This is a huge shift in mechanics. And I know it's such a wild idea, but I would love to see the ability to play 2 characters on one card, but this time you choose the character you want to start with, and then you can switch between the 2 depending on the situation. Moms and dads, we have done it. We've gone through all 10 of Chris's Christmas wish list for Lorcana. I had a blast doing this. I had so much fun thinking about all the characters I wanted to see in the game. It pained me that I couldn't put some in that I wanted to put in. It's very difficult to make these top 10 lists. And at the end of the day, Ravensburger has done such a wonderful job of making such great cards. So many cards I've already wanted to see, and some that I've never even expected that I've got. And I know that with the breadth of Disney characters, we are going to see all the characters that we want to see at some point in this game. But I'd like to know what you think. Leave a comment down below. Tell me what characters you want to see in the game. Let me know what characters are already perhaps out, but you want to see different versions of those characters. Or maybe there's an IP that's already in the game, but the character you love hasn't come out yet for that IP. I'd love to know. Like always, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. Please like and subscribe to A Parent's Guide to Lorcana YouTube. Head over to TikTok, A Parent's Guide to Lorcana on TikTok. Follow us there because I post short videos, and apparently I'm doing TikToks now. I'm not really doing the TikToks the way the kids are doing the TikToks, but I like what I'm doing. So if you like it too, come over there and hang out. If you want to, come visit us on our Discord, A Parent's Guide to Lorcana Discord. We hang out, we talk about Disney, we talk about recipes, we talk about whatever you want to talk about. Just parents talking about parenting stuff. I'm also on Twitter or X as A Parent's Guide to Lorcana, and I am on Instagram at A Parent's Guide to Lorcana, and I'm also on Facebook, but on Facebook I'm just Christopher Zenga. So come find me there. If you see me, give me a wave, ask me a question, let's chat. I love interacting with the community. I love to know what you guys are up to, and I just have a blast. Like I always say, if you love watching these videos, we love doing these videos. So come back again, and we'll see you real soon.